Hello, my ADHD kitties. You learned something about samples already. You know, measures of central tendencies like mean, median, and mode. Do you ever wonder where those numbers come from? Yeah, I doubted it. But anyway, that's what's in this video. Luckily, it'll be quick. How quick? I'll show you. The first step that you have in figuring out whether or not it's a random sample is to figure out what is one. In a random sample, every person or item has an equal chance of being picked. For example, Victor collected 100 shells from a seashore and put them in a box. So if you can picture in your mind a big box or basket filled with shells, and then he's going to take out just a handful. Is that a random sample? I'm not sure. So let's think about it for a minute. If you took out just one shell, what is the likelihood that you would pick out a specific shell? Would it be the same for all of them or not? The answer is yes. That is a random sample because each shell has an equal chance of being picked. So this time you want to find out, do the people you're asking affect the results? So now Victor wants to know if people think that Lady Gaga is the best singer in the world. He goes to a barbecue, but he only asks the grandparents. Is this a random sample? Well, I don't think so, because grandparents might not even know who Lady Gaga is, much less think that she's the best singer in the world. So what could you do to make this better? Well, I know what. If you ask the grandkids too, you'll surely get a different answer. And as far as I'm concerned, don't ask me either. So, it is not a random sample because you only ask the grandparents at the picnic. Ask the parents and the grandkids too and see what happens. Victor put a deck of cards in a basket. Then he drew 3 cards. Is this a random sample? So what you need to do is to think about whether or not each card had the same chance of being pulled from the basket. So the answer is yes. If you don't understand it, go back to the definition and you'll see, hopefully, if you don't get it, leave me a message in the comments below. So this time we find out that Victor is from Washington, D.C., and he loves those Redskins. He went to watch them play the Eagles in Philadelphia, and he was brave enough to walk around and ask the fans who was the best team in the NFL. Is this a random sample? Well, first of all, let's clarify that the Eagles are the best team, and I know this because I'm from Philly. If you ask the fans of the Chicago Bears, they might say the best team is where they live. So we're going to say that this doesn't really represent the fans of the NFL. So I'm going to say ask fans from every team. And that way you can sort of find out, I don't know, you can find out who exactly is the best team. But I don't even know if that's going to necessarily make it. So we'll just leave that to somebody else. But we surely don't want to ask just the Eagles fans. So here's the last one. Victor wanted to know what was the most popular sneaker brand at his school. To save time, he asked 15 boys. Of the students surveyed, the most popular brand was Nike. Is this survey random? Well, it surely doesn't represent the student body, so I'm going to say no. Because there are boys there, but ask the girls too. So that ought to give you an idea of what things should look like when you take samples. So now you know a little bit more about random samples. Think about it whenever you hear statistics. I promised quick, so I better go. Remember, Edie loves math, even if you don't. Ciao.